And welcome back to Bard's Tale.
Sorry.
With the last time Bard had already made himself a big nuisance. So let's make himself even more of a nuisance.
I told you to bring me kettle. Now get off your arse and get after him.
So, Bard has made an annoyance to Houghton by actually releasing a vicious bandit. So, I guess now I could make annoy vicious bandit by catching him.
The bard was no longer welcome in the town of Houghton, not until he returned with the villainous kettle swat.
Oh yeah, Houghton. Yeah. Oh yeah, and there's this kind of world map that Bard can wander about, and there's monsters and things around here. Oh yeah, never stale. And of course this is very similar location to anything else around here, so I guess I'll be just cutting further until I get to the more humorous parts where Bard interacts with things and generally is an asshole. And he's got a dog, and he actually seems to like it as well. So he despite his multitude of personality flaws, he's not completely heartless. And here, there's something interesting around here, so let's have a chat. Shubnik.
Welcome to Chubnik's magical waterway transportation service to the future.
Are you serious?
Not the first time I've been asked that question. Yes, you heard right. Chubnik's magical waterway transportation service will, for a modest fee, whisk you not just across the raging Chubnik River, but also transport you into the future.
How far into the future?
That depends on how long it takes to cross the river.
Oh, I get it. Nice scam, nice scam. So you're going to take me across that little stream for some ridiculous fee when I could quite easily take your boat and cross myself, right?
A wise man you are, that is for sure. But wrong you'd also be. I, of course, have taken magical precautions against such an occurrence. Any attempt by someone other than myself to use this boat, and it will sink into the river. Not until it reaches the deepest portion, of course. Only the tiniest fee is required to garner my services. 15 silver.
Well, this guy seemed to be upfront about his scam, so let's be something unusual for Bard and be nice.
Seems like a fair price. I do get a bit squeamish aboard ships, though.
Ready to board?
Aye, aye, Captain.
Yeah. It's so uncharacteristic for Bard to be nice.
Now keep your arms and legs
But hey,
inside
he
the
was
vessel
at
at
least
all times.
honest
You aren't
about his
pregnant, are you?
scam.
No, of course you're not. The raging Chubnik River and surrounding Chubnik Valley contain over 1,000 types of flora and fauna. Let me point out a few. Oh, be careful as you disembark. And thank you for choosing Chubnik's magical waterway transportation service. We know that you have a choice in your waterway transportation services, and we value your patronage.
And well, that guy must really be admitted that his sales pitch was so good that it was actually worth for Bard to be nice to him. As a rare occurrence.
Prepare to die. I am Organ, the chosen one. Nothing will stop me from my quest to save the princess and drive the evil from this land. Have at you.
Yeah, that was... He died.
And what have we here? Another chosen one? Off to save the princess?
Let's be snarky as usual.
Brave talk for someone who picks on craved half-wits with more bravery than sense. I assure you that you will soon join him.
In this exchange, there most likely was no really difference about what choice you would have taken, because they would have been a fight anyways. So, oh yeah, and that was Ogun, but so now I know what happened to him. So yeah, and of course I'll be heroic and I will loot the ex-chosen one.
Daft young fool. What was he on about? Some sort of princess he was going to rescue? Chosen one. He must have been out of his mind.
The bard, of course, was overcome with sympathy for the poor deceased young man.
By the way, your mum says hello.
With a great deal of skill, or perhaps a tremendous amount of luck, the bard disposed of the murderous trow. With a bit more luck, he might even come out the other end of the forest without an arrow coming out the other end of his head.
Always the optimist.
Oh, that was a bit of weird placement.
Oh, it's bad luck to be you. A chosen one of many isn't you. When you think you're full of luck, in the forest you'll get struck. Oh, it's bad luck to be you. Now, Ogun came young from the farm and tried to save the princess from all harm. Equipped with just a stick and a head made out of brick. His rabbit's foot failed as a charm. Oh, it's bad luck to be you. The prophecy is never coming true. In a pickle you'll be stuck. Like a chicken you will cluck. Oh, it's bad luck to be you. Believing that he was the one. His ego weighed in at a ton. His mom's a crazy bat. Did we mention she was fat? And she'll need a pine box for her son. Oh, it's bad luck to be you. Don't think for just a second it's not true. When your life is run amok, you will see that you're the schmuck. Oh, it's bad luck to be, really bad luck to be. Nobody could disagree. It's a freaking guarantee. It's bad luck to be you. Take a lead through.
Yep, there's even a bunch of weird trow appearing to sing about how bad it is to be a chosen one. That could be some kind of foreshadowing about plot of this game, which it is. But it's just mostly you could say that it's a showing about what kind of how not serious this game is in its style and presentation. Adder stones, they are actually quite handy. I'm already here where I need to be.
Come and get me, you meandering moron!
Kettle, quit cowering up there like the frightened rodent that you are. Come out and fight.
Ah, your mother's a furbug and your old man's a trow.
You don't want to make me come up there.
Save your singing for the sheep, you crooning coward!
I am
Come
quite
on,
certain
you
that
pansy.
that is enough to make Bard personally
You ugly
offended.
pug!
Yeah, let's go in here. Oh, and a boss fight against Kettle's SWAT. Yep. First boss fight was against a man wearing a bugbear outfit. Now it's against a bandit or crook.
But you're the one who let me go. And now you're taking me back? Are you bored out of your skull or just wrong in the head? Ow! Stop hitting me!
Would you prefer I start stabbing you? Now shut your mouth and come with me.
With Kettle in tow, the bard moved on, hoping to avoid the trial and bring his prisoner back to Houghton.
And there's plenty of quite nice chunks of loot in here as well. Oh yeah, these tokens are on. And some equipment as well. And barrels for bar to vandalize. It's not so much of a, you could say, money earning thing in this game, because it's not really important to earn money in this game.
The Kunal Trow are lurking everywhere. They'll kill you as soon as look at you. Untie me, and we might make a match, the pair of us.
Well, it's really not matter, so I just have to drag your ass back. Drag your ass back. Well, time to actually do the heroic move for the bard and run away. And actually before that I'm gonna save. Here's again, let's have a talk with this guy.
Welcome to Pisky's Magical Matter May Transport Figgy to the future! Oh.
Excuse me?
I don't smell anything. Wait! You're the barf! Right, my brother told me about you. What did he say? Oh yeah, he said the barf. Hey, Kettle, what are you doing here? You know Fnarf is looking for you. Fnarf rhymes with barf. I could make up a song about you two.
Listen, I don't have time for your ramblings. Perhaps you could just take me across the river?
Taking the barf across the river, that was it? Hey, now what was the special barf deal?
Seeing as I'm in a bit of a hurry, and you're not in much condition to sail, why don't I just take that ferry across on my own?
Oh, can't do that. Too dangerous the Pisky River is for the novice. But since you're such a nice person, I'll take you over for free. Just don't tell my brother. Shh.
Yep. And
Keep
yeah.
your arms and your legs. Let's get this road on the ship.
Oh yeah.
You know, as the captain of this ship, I can legally marry you too, if you want. Now be careful as you get out, because the dock is made out of hickory wood and it can get slick if it's wet, which makes it a very slippery hickory dock.
Yeah, that's... His puns and mentions are so bad that maybe Bart should have just chopped him up right then and there, but well sometimes actually in this game being nice pays, although not so often.
Well now, what have we here? I don't know you, but Kettle, my clandestine companion. When was the last time we saw each other?
Well, now, let's see. I was on my way to Houghton and...
Oh, wait! I remember! Yes, it was when you pilfered my prized possession, my exquisite eagle charm!
'Twasn't me, Fnarf. It was this beggar right here who stole it. I was bringing him back to you when he knocked me over the head, took it from me person and tied me up.
Hold on a minute. I never saw this thing before in my life. I found it in Kettle's house when I came to take him back to Houghton.
The perplexing problem is, If I were to let you go, my fear of friends here would consider me a coward. You see, they might even get into their noggins the notion that they could take over this bloodthirsty band. So, we're going to bash your brains and purloin your property. Nothing personal, you understand.
If there's one thing I hate, it's Colonel Trow with delusions of grandeur.
Quick, cut me loose so I can fight!
Like hell, you'll bugger off as soon as I do.
Are you daft, man? Let me loose or they'll kill us both!
As long as you go first, at least I'll have some entertainment before I die.
I was right. You are an idiot. And sure as not, they'll brain you with a club and you'll lose what little wits you got remaining.
Yep. Yep. And I must say that the general, you could say, challenge of this game is actually quite respectable level. At least at the beginning when the bard, when there is much less summons and other handy tricks for in bard's disposal.
I've got to go see a guy about a gelding. So, I'll suffer you to survive for now. When we assemble again, you won't find yourself as fortunate.
Despite the bard's warm and shining personality, people continue to run from him like the plague. Perhaps he would one day learn that in order to keep friends near, a man such as himself needed to keep them tied up.
If only I could find a sock big enough to put in that mouth of yours.
Though Fnaf had escaped, the bard had the unmistakable feeling that they would meet again.
Of course, that's how these things always work. If they just stayed around and took their beating like a man for the first time, they'd save me a lot of trouble.
Yep, Bard is very well familiar about how things work in this world. So, but and yeah, there was a bit of a you could call it almost escort mission about Kettle, but let's just go deliver him back to Neverstair just because, well, or better say back to Houghton, because Bard likes to make annoy people, and he's annoyed sheriff and a bandit. That's quite good.
So you swine,
achievement.
happy to see me? Just you try running again, and it's fodder for the Finn folk you'll be.
Now, about my reward.
Reward? You're lucky I don't throw you in jail.
So, no reward then?
Out with you.
Yep, no reward. But at least luckily there wasn't so much
Pardon
insults.
me. You know, sorry. You keep coming around here, and pretty soon I'll let you stay. Permanent. Now be off with you.
Just push over that cow. Kill a chicken. Push over more cows. And another cow as well. Yeah. And if you push over enough cows and keep murder enough chicken, there's a giant version of either of them attacking you. But it didn't happen now. So it's time to head now to the...
You know, you keep coming around here, and pretty soon I'll let you stay. Permanent.
Yeah. Reward for Bard is not being made to stay there for good. Oh yeah, and on the map there's a chance of you facing random encounter monsters. Which, well, are not, you could say, particularly exciting. And I would say that the... Well, they do provide some sort of world building to this, at least somehow, to this game. And which I must say, it is not based on, you could say, any particularly well-known fantasy universes. It's actually quite its own and quite original in the sense that it seems to use lots of Celtic mythology in it, with namings and stylings, but nothing you could say really complicated or big, which is not so that really important. But here's Kirkwall.
And so the bard arrived in Kirkwall, a peaceful and quiet town. The place seemed oddly familiar, and he would soon learn why.
Oh, my lord! I don't believe it. I truly don't believe it. Do my eyes deceive me?
One can only hope.
So much for peaceful and quiet.
Oh, my eyes speak the truth. My love has indeed returned. Although you vowed to return to my arms, time had cast doubt upon my heart. It's been so long since that magical night.
And I'm quite certain that Bard, seeing that his vague age, is most likely lots of possible bastard children left behind. So
Yes, a night of bewilderment, much like this moment. I've returned for you, but I was so afraid when I saw you again, my eyes would not recognize you. And yet, here you are.
Yes, the woman you professed your love to. Oh, my heart. When I awoke that morning to find you gone, I was sure something had happened to you.
Yes, milady. I went out that morning to pick you the most beautiful flowers in the land, and was abducted by a band of rogue gypsies. Only thoughts of you gave me the strength to fight and find my way back here.
Oh, my love. We'll share a lifetime of memories. Father will be so pleased. You must come round to the farm to meet him. I'm certain he'll love you as much as I.
More love than I deserve, I'm sure. Alas, I must leave you now to seek gifts to present to you and your father. You'll soon know how much my heart yearns for you, I promise.
Until we meet again, my love.
And therein lies the loophole.
Yep. Most likely, well, he is Bard, and Bards are expected to have wit on them, so... but what is this guy? It's Bodb. I was assumed to meet. Let's have it. So let's talk with Bodb.
Excuse me, do you know where I might find one bove?
Aye, I be one bove. And may I ask who you be?
Let's...
I ask the questions around here. I've been sent to you from Houghton by one of your brothers. Do you have some music for me?
Well, someone got up on the wrong side of the haystack this morning. How do I know you to be a trustworthy soul?
And of course, being a snarky.
How about this? Count to 3, and if you're not dead, you can trust me.
A man of conviction. I can respect that. Listen, my friend, my name is Bove, but it is another Bove you seek. I'll be glad to take you to him.
As if you had a choice.
The bard and Bove travel together in search of another Bove.
Yep. There's that. There's plenty of Bodbs around here. What is this? Another incident?
Look who it is, Sean. It's the bard.
The bard? I don't know it. Oh, the bard!
Do I know you two?
Do you know us? You don't remember Finstown?
Finstown, you say? Can't say I've ever been there.
Never been there? Why,
You're the hero of Finstown, bard.
I am?
He is?
Certainly. You remember Finstown, right? Why, there's a big reward just waiting for you.
Oh, you mean Finstown. Of course. Sorry, I get that hero bit a lot, you know.
You do?
Please pardon my brother. He often lacks manners. Just head over to Finstown and they're bound to give you your reward. The good people have been dying to see you again.
Of course. I'll head over there when I'm able.
Very good. We'll notify them that you're on your way. Let's be on our way, brother.
Oh yeah. Apparently Bard has made lots of friends over his travels, which then that in gameplay it gives a bit more gameplay to this game. So there's another Bode. Oh yeah, and my summon is a healing witch.
Hello there, Bove.
Oh, good day, Bove. How's Agnes?
Good. And you're Agnes?
Oh, she's great.
And the twins. Can we get on with this, please? And who is this? I'm the man who would gladly make one less Bove around here if you don't tell me what I need to know. No, my good man, no need for violence. You'll find you cannot know enough Boves. I assure you we're here to help.
Well, yeah.
You can help a little more by yapping a little less. Just teach me this magic and I'll be on me merry way. And your nose will remain in the middle of your face. I must confess, I like my nose where it is. That being said, had I known you wanted magic Bove, we could have saved a lot of time. You mean there's another Bove? Of course. If only you could have been more specific. Come along, I'll take you to him. For your sake, the third time better be the charm.
Well, yeah. One of those another boat has no legs. And that boat had no hands. What's this boat missing? Nice little details to make them a bit separate. Of course, they do have different faces as well.
But, is your name Bove?
That's the name I go by. And what do
He's
you call
missing
yourself?
hand and leg.
Your worst
Or
nightmare,
hand and foot.
if you don't give me what I want.
I can see that if you were in my dreams, I'd wake up in a cold sweat. Whatever I can do to keep you out of them, just ask.
Unless you wish to be in a dream state permanently, you will give me the magical tune I came here for.
If you put me in a permanent dream state, then how could I take you to the Bove who can actually help you? The magic I do is basic. Illusions, card tricks, palm readings. I'll take you to the Bove who knows the magical tunes. Come along, my friend.
Yep. The makers of this game also paid quite much attention to the fact that to take this game with very non-serious tone, with plenty of boobs.
Well, why wasn't I invited to the party?
Outrageous
Believe
accents.
me, this is no party. I've no more patience with any of you.
Well, that's a shame. Without the four of
He's
us, I'm afraid
lacking
you can't be
arm.
helped.
Like I always say, the more the merrier. What's one more Bove gonna hurt? Come along.
The bard and the four Boves ventured forth. How quickly the rude are attracted to the rude.
Yeah, and thank you, narrator. Voiced by in this game, grandfatherly, friendly voice of Tony J, not scary, evil voice of Tony J. He's dead nowadays, which is a shame because he had a really pleasant, really good voice for this kind of purposes. For well, he made his living with his voice, so it's not so much another boat. This one lacking arms.
La 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 la.
La 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 la.
Dooby dooby doo zibba zoo die.
La 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 la.
La 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 la.
Once you're inside, work yourself through the maze until you find 4 barrels. Behind those barrels is a passage that will lead you atop the bluff. There you'll meet a very good friend of ours who'll show you the way.
Why do I have the feeling that this little runaround is far from over?
Believe us, my friend, there is a method to our madness.
I'm sure there is, but no reason to take me down with you.
Oh yeah, that one boat had lost his arms and leg. There's a storage room, and it's dark. So it's time to make use of utility summons. And summon the light.
Let there be light!
And for light emitting bug thing, it had a very rough voice, but it doesn't really matter. You can get through this place without use of light fairy. But
ooh, that looked painful.
There's really, but just a little little showmanship showing.
After stumbling around in the dark, and with the help of his newfound companion, our hero found the secret passage to the top of the bluff.
I think the narrator hates referring to Bard as hero. And another Bode.
I've
was
been
not losing
expecting
missing
you.
bits.
Allow me to introduce myself. My name is...
I must say, your future will become very bleak if you say Bove right now.
As you wish. Far be it from me to shorten my own future.
Just tell me, are you the one I seek? And I emphasize the word thee.
I am he whom you seek. For safety's sake, you may call me... well, whatever you'd like, actually.
Then I'll call you Homely, for that's an apt description.
As you wish. I'll even dance if it keeps that sword out of my belly.
I've seen enough song and dance for one day. So, why have I been summoned to this armpit of a town?
You've not been summoned, my friend. You have been chosen. Quite an honor, I might add. For only the strongest and most courageous in all the land would have been chosen by the beautiful Princess Calais.
Well, there's already been one and he's been dead, so...
If you tell me that I've been chosen again, I'll run you through. Now, without using the C word, explain what the hell you're on about.
Yes, well, as I was saying, you were asked to come here by the fair Princess Calais. The good Lord bless her.
Oh, why does this always happen to me? Oh, go ahead and spit it out, for God's sake.
Our fair princess is being held captive atop an ancient tower. Dark forces keep her locked away in a mystical prison. Only she...
Yeah, and only she can defeat the evil. Please, oh please, could you risk your neck to save her? Blah, blah, etc., etc., etc. I've heard it all before. Is that all you've got?
Aye, that is... well, you pretty much covered it.
Yeah, I think you've wasted enough of both of our time. Why don't you go and recruit some idealistic young orphan to do it? They're pretty gullible.
Wait, did I mention that she's as rich as she is beautiful?
Rich? How rich are we talking?
The barest portion of her wealth could buy Doonby 100 times over.
Not bad. And, you said she's beautiful as well?
The fairest in all the land.
Prove it.
Prove it?
Yeah, prove it. If she's rich, then hand over some coin on her behalf. And if she's so bloody beautiful, then show her to me. If you can do neither of these things, then I'll be on my way.
Wait! I can show you the princess. Give you a chance to see her. As for payment, is this sufficient?
That should do, for now. I'll warn you though, if you're playing me false, I'll take it out of your hide.
No need for that. Follow me. The princess will convince you. I'm sure of it.
With visions of coin, cleavage, and carnage jiggling in his head, the bard and his newfound friend head off to be in the presence of the mysterious Princess Calais.
Here we are, my friend.
I see no tower here. I thought you were taking me to see this princess.
Aye, and you shall speak with her. Just not in the flesh.
But eventually I do see flesh, right?
In due time, my impatient friend. In due time.
Yeah, this is the plot, you could say the basic plot of this game is about to be revealed, so let's just enter the temple part. Temple of Calais, and actually technically Bard has already seen her, in a sense. There's 5 bulbs in here.
You remember my brothers?
Yes, but I'm so bad with names.
Both!
Now I remember. Can we get on with this? If I don't see this princess soon, believe me, boves will roll.
As you wish. As I mentioned to you before, Princess Calais is in an impenetrable tower.
I don't remember you mentioning the word impenetrable.
I didn't? Well, that's because it's only impenetrable to the likes of us. A strapping fella such as yourself should have no problem.
Nice try. Go on.
The only way we can communicate with our beloved princess is by summoning an image of her. We have this ritual
Enough words. Let's see some action, some action.
Very well. Are we ready, my friends?
If this were a stage, I'd boo you off.
Now, Bove. The bell! Bove, now, or we'll lose her! Ring it! Now!
Ding!
Oh, well...
Was that her? She looked familiar.
Where's the bell?
Was that Princess Calico?
Calais. Bove, the bell.
I don't exactly have it.
She's the one who appears when I use this pendant.
Who does exactly have it?
Farmer Finn.
So she's the princess. And she's rich, you say?
Gambling again?
I'm sorry. I'm weak when it comes to temptation.
Join the club. Who needs the stinking bell? Can't I just go and rescue her? I could leave right now. Do you have a fast horse?
I'm afraid a rescue is impossible without information which only the princess can provide.
Well, I can summon her right now. She comes when I use this pendant.
Aye, let me see that. It is as I thought. Where did you get this?
From the guy that sent me to you.
This pendant contains a portion of her magical essence. A little bit of her spirit, if you will. It'll invoke her power, but does not allow for communication.
All right. So point me in the direction of this farmer. If I can't buy it back, I can find a way to con it out of him.
I obviously can't trust Bove to go get it. But you must hurry. Time is an issue. Get that bell and bring it back here as soon as you can.
Then I can go get the princess, right? No more run around?
Aye. And she'll repay you many times over.
And in many ways, I hope. I'll be back before you know it.
Our smitten bard was on his way to see the farmer, with luck at his side and images in his head of the princess doing things I dare not mention.
Yep. There's always some sort of catch, but at least now the bard does have some kind of idea what the princess actually looks like, so he may actually have some kind of ability to maybe use his head for once. Well, time to save and see how long it's been taken for me. And on his way to find another to the farmer, there's another former chosen one. Oh yeah.
If you were another of those chosen ones, looks like the only thing you'd have been chosen for is lunch. I'm guessing you don't mind if I borrow this armor, though it doesn't seem to do much good against wolves.
Oh, it's bad luck to be you. A chosen one of many isn't new. When you think you're full of luck, in the bullocks you'll get struck. Oh, it's bad luck to be you. The wolves over yonder packed a punch, so listen carefully to our hunch. To be the chosen one really sounds like loads of fun, but in the end you'll just be someone's lunch. Oh, it's bad luck to be you. The prophecy is never coming true. In a pickle you'll be stuck, like a chicken you will cluck. Oh, it's bad luck to be you. Your mourning for this boy was very brief. You certainly did not show any grief. You pillaged his cadaver, but to you it didn't matter. You're nothing but a two-bit common thief. Oh, it's bad luck to be you. Don't think for just a second it's not true. When your life is run amok, you will see that you're the schmuck. Oh, it's bad luck to be, really bad luck to be. Nobody could disagree. It's a freaking guarantee. It's bad luck to be you. Take a leap.
Those things always tend to show up to sing about the bard, and it's time to actually end this episode right here. So I'll see you next time. There was lots of plot, and there's been less editing with these plot-heavy episodes.